the book of Genesis chapter 3 and verse 8. And they heard the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, amongst the trees of the garden, the nations. And the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. He was ashamed. He had no covering, spiritual covering. And he said, Who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree? False doctrine. Whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat. And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Genesis chapter 3, verse 13, the YLT version. Read. And Yahweh Shema Shai said to the woman, What is this thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent has caused me to forget, and I do eat. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Hawashai, Wahava Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the seeking the video elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen. Some look like the heathen, beginning 144,000. Preacher, teachers, and prophet, Shalom. And see, these women have to be constantly broken down more and more to accept accountability, right? See, a few women are waking up to the fact that they were beguiled, they were deceived by the ways of Esau, this American way, all right? And with Esau influencing them, these women have forgot, okay, their proper role and what they're supposed to be doing. They forgot how to treat. They forgot how to be a woman. They forgot how to treat their man. All right, and they forgot again. Hey, they followed the ways of America, man, the Babylonian way. But it's gonna take more and more chaos. Them losing their jobs more and more stress and strain to be upon them for them to come back to their original state. Hold on, real quick. Sorry about that, sinus. So yeah, we have to. Yahweh Shema Shai is going to continue to break these women down so they can be humble. But only a few women are going to be humble. A lot of women are going to stay in their pride, man. All right. So get rid of see these women cry more and more, be broken down more and more. Also, excuse me, which is going to them being judged more and more. Micah 7 and 10. In the KJV, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Let's start at 9. I'm tripping. I would bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. And that's the men of Yahweh Shema Shai. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, Was the Lord thy God, Yahweh Shema Shai? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as a mire in the streets. So you see, these women has to constantly be judged to get them in order. See, Eve, Adam and Eve didn't feel right, all right? That spiritual covering was no longer upon them. The Holy Spirit was no longer upon them. All right? When Yahweh Shema Shai asked them how did they know that they were naked, they already knew that, hey, they started following a false way. All right? Their conscience kicked in. All right? And that's what's going to happen with these women, man. All right? In the NLT, Micah 7 and 10 in NLT. Then my enemies will see that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is on my side. Right? Y'all going to see that the men of Yahweh Shema Shai were right, are following the correct way. Remember, we're in the time when Yahweh Shema Shai bringing forth judgment and restoring order in the earth. Okay, setting the man back on top, then the woman, all right, then the children. Women being submissive, being obedient. They will be ashamed that they taunted me, saying, so where is the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that God of yours? With my own eyes I will see their downfall. They will be trampled like mud in the streets. You see? And this is what we're witnessing, man. And we're going to continue to witness it. Let's get one more. Isaiah 32:9. Now this is the season we in. This is the time we in. So much prophecy going on, it ain't funny. Let's read it in the NLT, Isaiah 32:9. Listen, you women who lie around in ease, right? Has not America been a comfortable way of living for you ever since the 50s? All right? All these rights, and you could just scream out anything and win lawsuits. Okay, the police are always on your side, and you can get the jobs. Well, not anymore. All right? It says, listen, you women who lie around in ease, listen to me. You who are so smug. In a short time, just a little more than a year, meaning soon to come, which we're in the time of this happening now. You careless ones will suddenly begin to care. For your fruit crops will fail and the harvest will never take place. So we're in the time of these women are no longer receiving that same comfort, aid, and stability from the government and these jobs anymore, man. Men being simps, also government assistance. So all this stuff is being cut. These women being cut out of work because of AI. See? So this is happening now. Now these women are starting to care. You got more women making videos talking about they need a man and why did they listen? Well, men ain't gonna pick y'all up. Not right now. Because see, as Yahweh Shema Shah had me say a while back, you women got to constantly be broken down. See, the first little sign of help and hope that happens, you women jump back on the bandwagon of America. No, we're in a time when Yahweh Shema Shah breaking down when you get to Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. All right? Remember, Yahweh Shema Shah is bringing low the haughty, man, the proud. All right? So, this is over for this place, and Yahweh Shema Shah going to bring y'all down right along with Esau. It says, tremble, you women of ease, throw off your complacency, strip off your pretty clothes, and put on burlap to show your grief. Beat your breasts in sorrow for your bountiful farms and your fruitful grapevines, for your land will be overgrown with thorns and briars. Your joyful homes and happy towns will be gone. You see? So these joyful homes and happy towns will be gone. And we're seeing the collapse, man. The cities and your convenience. All right? The place in the city will be deserted and busy towns will be empty. Wild donkeys will frolic and flocks will graze in the empty forts and watchtowers. All right? So Yahweh Shema Shah is breaking everything down, man. All right? And this is the time we in. I got this video right here by my man Destro Reborn. AI just replaced the entire Gen Z boss babe workforce and sent them back to the kitchen. You see? So this is what's going on. The Isaiah 4:1 is going to kick in, man. Well, you know, it might be already kicking in, you know. See, you know, brothers keep their lives private, man, which they're supposed to do. All right? So, hey, it's happening, man. All right, it's most definitely happening. But this Destro Reborn, I'll put the link in the description box so you can catch from the beginning. But I'm going to start from this point right here, the 6-minute and 43-second mark, man. And you women, how about Shema Shah is breaking y'all down, okay? So that the righteous women Jacob, the so-called Negro, Native American, Indian, Hispanic, Latino, Jamaican, and Haitian women, and Israelite women that speckled birds, Israelites, meaning you're Israelites, but through the seed line of your father, you're Israelites, but you just look like other nations. Yahweh Shema, the women of the elected Israel, Yahweh Shema Shah breaking y'all down so you get an order, so you get with a man of Yahweh Shema Shah, so you can receive salvation. Some heathen women, brothers gonna pick up too. But salvation ain't for the heathen. Alright? Hear the video.
But I guess we are partially to blame. Because us
women that just have that fire, y'all are just committed to being miserable.
Y'all are just committed to being miserable. But I guess we are partially to blame. Because us men abandoned the principle of telling women the raw, unfiltered truth.
Show is over, baby.
I'm wasting my time on a cheap, over-the-hill broad.
Please, Mr. Destro, can I have your autograph?
Go ask your daddy for an autograph, you little GI simp.
I'm sorry to admit it, brothers, but you see, we cower. No, I will say we chose peace instead of conflict. We were not man enough to tell women to shut up and get back in the kitchen. But you know who has the testicular fortitude, aka the balls, or maybe I should say the bits, to lay down the long arm of the law to a Gen Z broad? AI. You see, without one word spoken, without one hand raised, without one podcast, without one protest, AI is quietly pushing modern women back into the kitchen, back to spitting out babies. Hold up, let me explain.
Women, your game is changing, ladies. Because going to college for all these useless degrees and getting saddled with debt, and by the time that you figure out what you're going to do with your life, you're 34 and nobody necessarily wants to settle down because you've been a career woman and a boss babe. That's all going away, ladies. And let me tell you, that's going to be a great thing for society. Because notice all the jobs that the ladies are going to do in the future. It's all baby making and baby taken care of. It's nurses, it's teachers, it's babysitters. There are no more paralegals. There's no more random office jobs. So ladies, and for PBD, you know what this is going to mean? There's going to be making a whole lot more babies. That's your dream, is it not?
No. Because AI only cares about productivity, youthfulness, efficiency, and output. AI is not your thirsty boss trying to sleep with the secretaries. AI looks at every woman at the job and calculates her worth. Is she replaceable? And is she slowing us down? Could you imagine if men used that same strategy for dating? For years, modern society convinced the Gen Z boss and the mini that they were indispensable simply for existing. But now, the machine is asking a bold question. What exactly do you bring to the table that cannot be automated? Once again, a question you should be asking yourself constantly about any woman you're entertaining. Because AI is slowly revealing that a lot of these Gen Z mini independent girl careers were glorified email jobs, meeting jobs, diversity jobs, feelings jobs, and administrative babysitting positions that a machine can do faster, cheaper, and without complaining. And that's not all, folks. No rape charges, no days off for ovulation, and no pregnancies. And you know, this is the scary part. AI didn't insult them, didn't yell at them, didn't debate them, didn't even hate them. It simply started calculating their real market value in real time and slowly started phasing them out. Something we men, okay, I'm going to say it again, should have adopted years ago. I mean, right now, if you look at it, most times we really only have two choices to pick from. It's either the condescending, college-educated Gen Z boss in a mini, or a dyslexic super thought. Yep, that's your choices, gentlemen. I don't know if it's me, but you ever notice that the more body she has, the dumber she sounds? For example, haven't you noticed that most of these 25 to 30-year-olds corn stars and OF models sound like 13-year-old girls? It's as if every new sex partner dumbs them down a little bit. You know what? Let me give you an example. Listen to the conversation between these two women talking about, I guess, golden showers. Do they sound like functional adult women in your opinion?
We're very exposed, so I just kind of stood in it. I was like, I'm just going to appreciate how this feels. And then I got so physically overwhelmed by it, overstimulated that
Were you naked or no?
No, I was not.
That sounds honestly incredible.
It's just,
Sounds wonderful.
I was just letting it kind of hit the palms of my hands, and that's what got me.
As the great poet Sir Beanie Singleton once said, you either get down or lay down. Those are the options. And in this next chapter of civilization, there will be no compromise. You see, this little chubby-cheeked dumpling just hasn't been humbled by reality enough yet. She hasn't been smashed and dashed enough. Hasn't struggled to pay the rent enough. She hasn't learned the importance of peace, structure, and submission to a man yet. But hey, this is all part of the process. You see, reality has a way of teaching lessons pride refuses to learn voluntarily. Meanwhile, we keep seeing these videos of women in their 30s suddenly becoming part-time philosophers, sitting in their cars making TikToks about healing journeys and trying to find themselves, and I feel like I'm wasting my life away and I should be further along on my life path than where I sit. AKA, I want a family and a husband. Even after 30 penises, 2 Gucci bags, a Toyota Corolla, and a studio apartment, why does she still feel so unfulfilled? Still depressed? Still exhausted? Why? Because modern society sold women a fantasy that endless freedom, consumption, attention, and casual sex would somehow replace a man. That validation from online strangers could replace a family. That career titles could replace intimacy. That being a bust-down superthought could replace connection. But deep down, biology keeps whispering the truth, no matter how much noise society creates to drown it out. No amount of Zoloft, boxed wine, girl trips, astrology memes, or fake empowerment speeches can fully silence that emptiness once the illusion starts collapsing. Because despite what modern culture tells them, happiness was never found in competing with men. It was found in complimenting and submitting to them. Yes, a FEAT.
You should have respected my authority.
But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blast. And although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, the Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So
I want Destro. Cobra is all I need. Give me Destro.
Yeah, that dude crazy, man. That brother crazy. No, that's a Jake. But yeah, there you have it, man. Hey, y'all about Shema was shy. Hold on, y'all. It's breaking these women down, as you see, with this AI system, this technology. It's putting majority of women out of work, man. Well, back to the house we go. Hey, stay pretty for the names and how about Shema was shy, man. Hey, you know what's coming. Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 4:1. That's coming. That's order being reestablished back into the earth. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. In KJV. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. NLT, in that day so few men would be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. And stay prayed for the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. These women are going to be broken down, and they're gonna be so desperate, man. And they're gonna realize that hey, they're really messed up and they need a man. Stay prayed for the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. Shalom.